midnight special. My name is Doc Severinsen. I'm with the Tonight Show, and we were just taping down the hall, and I heard all the commotion up here, so I thought I'd come up and see what it was all about. And you know something? You're making me feel so good, and I feel like we ought to celebrate. What do you think about it? All right. Thank you very kindly. Thank you, everybody. And before we go any further, I'd like to introduce my musical family to you. Today's children and a now generation brass. And aren't they beautiful? Listen, we've got some great guests, like this first young man who some time back had a hit song called The In Crowd. He's currently enjoying another hit with a song called Drift Away. Welcome, please, Dobie Gray.
Day after day, I'm more confused. Yet I look for the light through the pouring rain. You know that's a game that I hate to lose, and I'm feeling the strain. Ain't it a shame? Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Yeah, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Beginning to think that I'm wasting time. outside looks so unkind. So I'm counting on you to carry me through. Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. And when my mind is free, you know a melody can move me. When I'm feeling blue, the guitar's coming through to soothe me. Thanks for the joy that you've given me. I want you to know I believe in your song, and rhythm and rhyme and harmony. You've helped me along, you're making me strong. Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Woo! Yeah. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. Wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Oh, hey, hey, yeah. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Yeah, hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Now, won't you take me? Oh, take me. Ooh, I'm gonna drift away. Thank you.
I really am very pleased that the Midnight Special has asked me to introduce the next guest to you. I feel very close to her because we discovered her a few years ago when she was a high school student. She's been on our show ever since. She has just made her first record the night the lights went out in Georgia. It has gone over the million mark. She's been presented with a gold record, and she's here tonight as a Midnight Special's guest, Miss Vicki Lawrence.
He was on his way home from Candletop. Been 2 weeks gone and he thought he'd stop at Webb's to have him a drink before he went home to her. Andy Wollo said hello and he said hi, what's doing, whoa? Said sit down, I got some bad news, it's gonna hurt. He said I'm your best friend and you know that's right, but your young bride ain't home tonight. Since you've been gone, she's been seeing that Amos boy Seth. But he got mad and he saw red, and Andy said, boy, don't you lose your head, 'cause to tell you the truth, I've been with her myself. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. That's the night that they hung an innocent man. Well, don't trust your soul to no backwoods southern lawyer, 'cause the judge in the town's got bloodstains on his hands. Well, Andy got scared and left the bar, walking on home 'cause he didn't live far. See, Andy didn't have many friends and he just lost him one. And brother thought his wife must have left town, so he went home and finally found the only thing Papa had left him, and that was a gun. Then he went off to Andy's house, slipping through the backwoods quiet as a mouse. Came upon some tracks too small for Andy to make. He looked through the screen at the back porch door, and he saw Andy lying on the floor in a puddle of blood, and he started to shake. Well, the Georgia Patrol was making their round, so he fired a shot just to flag him down. And a big-bellied sheriff grabbed his gun and said, "Why'd you do it?" And the judge said, "Guilty in a make-believe trial." Slapped the sheriff on the back with a smile, said, "Supper's waiting at home, and I gotta get to it." That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. That's the night that they hung an innocent man. We don't trust your soul to no backwoods Southern lawyer, 'cause the judge in the town's got bloodstains on his hands. Well, they hung my brother before I could say the tracks he saw while on his way to Andy's house and back that night were mine. And his cheating wife had never left town, and that's one body that'll never be found. See, little sister don't miss when she aims her gun. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. That's the night that they hung an innocent man. But don't trust your soul to no backwoods Southern lawyer, 'cause the judge in the town's got bloodstains on his hands.
How about that, Midnight? Isn't that beautiful? You know, that sounds just as good in person as it does on the record. Isn't that great, though? And incidentally, in case you're wondering, it's strictly by the magic of tape that we managed to have Carol Burnett introduce that number. And while she's not here now, you know she's home in bed watching us.
You can't trust Carol for a minute.
Carol, if you're out there, pull up the covers, honey. I don't think I can take it.
Eat your heart out, Carol.
Yes! And you folks out there, stay tuned. And right after this commercial message, we'll be back with some fine singing by Mr. Jerry Butler. Before we continue, next week's show is really going to be a midnight special. Your host will be Jerry Lee Lewis, and he's going to be presenting an all-50s rock and roll revival show with Little Richard, Chubby Checker, Little Anthony and the Imperials, the Dell Vikings, and many more. I'll be telling you more about it a bit later, but right now, well, they nicknamed my next guest the Iceman because he's so cool on stage. Well, he may be cool on stage, but he sure generates heat when he sings. Mr. Jerry Butler.
Hey, Western Union man, send a telegram to my baby. Send a telegram, oh, send a telegram to my baby. And it's what I want you to say. I want you to tell her that I'm all alone. Tried to call her on the phone. I tell her I'm in misery and I think she's a bored bee. And if the telegram won't do, well, send a box of candy too and maybe some flowers. Tell her that I missed her for hours and hours. Send a telegram. Hurry up, send a telegram, man, to my baby. Did you hear what I say? Say, Western Union man, send a telegram. Oh, send that telegram to my baby. Western Union man, send a telegram. Oh, send it right now. Send it on to my baby. And it's what I want you to do. Well, tell me now, have you got a boy you can send? Well, this is what I want him to do. I get him on his bike right away. See if he can get my message through. I date it tomorrow, but mail it right away. I want the girl to know that I missed her. Something like yesterday, send a telegram. Why don't you send it on to my baby? Hey, did you hear what I say? Say, Western Union man, send the telegram. Oh, send that telegram to my baby. Western Union man, send the telegram. Oh, send want you to say, tell her that I love her, yeah. I tell her that I need her too. I tell her that you went away, and that I've been sad and blue. And I want you to tell the girl I never meant to leave her alone. And I wish she'd hurry up, yeah, bring her fine self home. 'Cause I love my baby, Lord. I love my baby, yeah. And I know you can make her understand. And that's why I call you early in the morning. That's why I call you late in the evening. And I know you can make her understand. The Western Union man. First love fam. Somehow or another the whole darn thing went wrong. And mother gave me some great advice, so I thought I'd take it and pass it on. It seems I can still hear the ladies saying, boy, boy, boy. Oh, I see you sitting out there all alone, crying your eyes out, 'cause the woman you love is gone. Well, there's gonna be, a whole lot of trouble in your life. Hey, but listen to me, get up off your knees, 'cause only the strong survive, the lady said. Only the strong survive. Only the strong survive. Hey, you gotta be strong. You better hold on, don't go. Well, I don't want you to go around with your head hung down. See, I wouldn't let the little girl know, I wouldn't let her know that she made me feel like a clown. 'Cause there are whole lots of girls looking for a good man like you. Hey, but you'll never meet them if you give up now. Say your life is through, I wish y'all would help me say, only the strong survive. Only the strong survive. Hey, you gotta be a man. Take a stand, yeah. Now this particular song deals with love, but I kind of believe the theme can be applied to almost anything. So whenever you feel you're right and you think you might have to stand up for yourself, we wish you'd do that. And while you're standing, keep believing that only the strong survive. Only the strong survive. Hey, you gotta be strong. You gotta hold on. Don't ever feel like you can't make it, baby. Hey, that's trying to be a man, trying to take a stand. And when everybody around you, baby, are losing their head and blaming it all on you, I said, don't lose your soul, don't lose control. I just want you to keep on believing. You can make it if you try, baby. Hey, but you gotta be strong. You gotta hold on. Every now and then you can hear Aretha singing, just like a bridge, baby. Hey, like a bridge, I'll be beside you. The comfort and the guide you. Hey,
Some years back, the late Janis Joplin would usually have this next group on the bill with her. And back then, they were called Country Joe and the Fish. Well, this morning marks the first television appearance for Joe and his new group, so let's really hear it for Country Joe McDonald and his all-star band. Country Joe.
Now let me tell you a story about Couleene. She could fire a 38 straight as anyone can. Jimmy be her husband, he used to punch her around. He'd go out every night drinking the porch. Click, click went the key. Bang, bang went Coulene's gun. Poor Jimmy B. Poor Jimmy B. Poor Jimmy B. Poor Jimmy B. At a quarter to two, Jimmy put up his cue. He grabbed a six-pack to go. He's feeling drunk and mad as he climbs in a cab and he hits his truck towards home. Down at one, he says to himself, who does she think she is? I'd really have it made right now if it weren't for her and those kids. Babies have ruined my body. Washing has ruined my head. Cooking, cleaning, regular beats start to drive me mad. Suddenly the baby's screaming. Couleene and jumps up. She stops when outside of the window she sees Jimmy's pickup truck. Thump, thump went his feet on the porch. Click, click went the key. Bang, bang went Coulene's gun. Poor Jimmy B. 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 Poor Jimmy B.
You know, one of our steady viewers is a young swinging bachelor who lives in Malibu, and he watches the midnight special every Friday with 3 different chicks. You know, one for each half hour. Now, we've been on for 13 weeks, 3 different chicks. That makes 39 chicks. 39 chicks. And by the way, he's watching tonight. And he's watching from Cedars of Lebanon Hospital. Want to say hi, Jim. Doc Severinsen gonna be right back with Hoyt, Axton, Dobie Gray, Jerry Butler, Henry Mancini, and more. You let the midnight special shine its ever-loving light on you.
Let the midnight special shine its ever-loving light on me.
Over the years, Hoyt Axton has composed such classics as Greenback Dollar for the Kingston Trio, The Pusher for Steppenwolf, Joy to the World, and Never Been to Spain for Three Dog Night. And now he's emerged as a fine performer in his own right. Hoyt Axton.
Goodbye, Joe. Me gotta go. Me oh my oh. Me gotta go pull the P-roll down the bayou. My Yvonne, the sweetest one. Me oh my oh. Son of a gun, we're gonna have big fun on the bayou. Jambalaya and a crawfish pie and a filet gumbo. 'Cause tonight I'm
few years ago, the L.A. Chamber of Commerce hired me to write 2 anti-shoplifting commercials for their Christmas season for radio airplay around Los Angeles. And I did it in the American tradition. I did it for the money. I'm from Oklahoma. You probably can't tell that, but I am. And a long time ago, I figured out a very simple philosophy. I figured out that you go do whatever you do for a living. People give you money for it, and you take the money to a store that says liquor, and you give the man behind the counter the money. He gives you the booze. It's not a very heavy philosophy, but it is functional. So when they said they'd give me money to write these anti-shoplifting commercials, I said, yeah, that fits into my philosophy. I'd be glad to do it. The only problem I had was that basically I'm for shoplifting. I think it's a healthy enterprise. I put myself through 2 years of college shoplifting. But this is what I gave them for the money anyway. You know, enough of this rap. These are the songs. It goes, first one's not that heavy, but it's one of the two, so I'm gonna do it anyway. When you shoplift, they only raise the prices so you don't hurt the store, you cheat your brothers. That's right, friend, shoplifting costs everybody money, and that's a negative thing to do. Let's face it, money's tight enough as it is. This might not make you smile, but think about it a while. It may keep you from getting busted. No, please don't stand and applaud it. The next one goes like this. Great composition needs not the accolade of the multitudes. The next one goes, brothers and sisters, misses and misters, don't take things from the stores. Unless you pay for them, the man will take you and he will make you go to the jail. You'll have to get bail. It will not fail to be a bummer. Yeah. Thank you.
Hey, I want to remind you again about next week's All 50s Rock and Roll Show, hosted by Mr. Jerry Lee, whole lot of shaking going on, Lewis. Little Anthony and the Imperials of Tears on My Pillow fame, the Penguins and their song Earth Angel, Little Richard, Chubby Checker doing the twist, the Diamonds, who will be reunited right here on our stage after 14 years doing Little Darling, and the Dell Vikings with their hit Come Go With Me, and Ed Kooky Burns, who's going to comb his hair, so don't miss it. Right now, I want to introduce all of you to this loud dresser that's sitting next to me. Now, this is Hank Mancini, and first of all, he's a good friend of mine, and secondly, he is the one and only Mr. Henry Mancini of Academy Award fame. How about that, Hank?
Flashy, huh?
Yeah. I want to ask you, Hank, I mean, you know, what's an Academy Award winner like you doing up at this time of night? I thought you'd be home polishing your Oscar.
No, I couldn't sleep any. I had to get out. But I have a special reason for being here tonight. My boy Chris has a new group, and it's his network debut.
I hear it's great.
Yeah, I think so.
But what are you and I going to do? Forget the kid. What about you and me?
Well, we're going to delve back into the golden 60s.
All right.
Is that what they were? Numbered from the Peter Gunn score. Probably new to a lot of people here, young people. It's
They new to me.
Yeah. The brothers go to mothers.
All
One,
right.
two. 1, 2, 3. very nice, huh?
Sure is. They love you.
Thank you very much. Thanks. I'm here, as I told Doc before. My boy, Chris, plays guitar, writes songs, and he has a new group. Lovely young lady in the group, too. In fact, that's why I'm down here. He knows how to pick them. Her name is Jan Smithers, and the group is called The Hot Cup of Friends. You believe that?
I like that name.
Yeah, good. I hope a lot of people will. And the song is timely, and it kind of speaks for itself. Chris wrote it. It's called Indian Warrior.
Out on the plain stands an Indian pony, where once he stood 500,000 strong. But now he's standing so sad and lonely. Oh, can you tell him where his friends have gone? So say a prayer for the Indian warrior, and say a prayer for his Indian girl, and say a prayer for his son and his daughter, and say a prayer for his Indian world. No longer does he ride his silver stallion. No longer does he hunt his buffalo. No longer does he roam his field and canyon. Oh, tell me, why did he have to go? So say a prayer for the Indian warrior, and say a prayer for his Indian girl, and say a prayer for his son and his daughter, and say a prayer for his Indian world. They say the West it was won in glory. Now don't they know that we took his land? Now there's no one left to tell his story. Is there no one left to lend a hand? So say a prayer for the Indian warrior, and say a prayer for his Indian girl, and say a prayer for his son and his daughter, and say a prayer for his Indian world.
We're going to hear more from Jerry Butler, and now he's going to introduce a member of his group that's really going to knock you out. Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Butler.
Thank you. We'd like to feature a young lady that we think is superstar quality on this song. Her name is Brenda, and you'll hear her in a minute sing the second verse of Oh. Thank God for you.
I thank God.
You see, you a woman enough, hey, not to try to hide.
Try to hide it, baby.
You didn't try to hide your love for this other guy. Hey, baby. no need to explain. I just wanna say, thank the angels for you. You're a woman enough. Try to make it easier for me. And wherever you go, I want you to know you have but to call on me. Yeah, and I'll be right by your side.
Thank God for you. I thank God. For it's very nice to see, baby, there's a man who understands how hard it is. Take your hand and try to explain. Thank the angels for you. You're the kind of man you are to be so wherever you go,
You have but to call on me. Yeah,
you know I'm gonna be
and you know I'll be
right
by your side.
Yes, I will. Hey, baby, thank God above.
We were able to see. Yes, we were, baby. Just how wrong we were. And understanding Mellow. Yeah, and understanding Mellow, baby. And understanding Mellow, baby. Oh, when you wake up in the morning, I want you to realize one thing. That I want you to realize. I want you to realize how much I love you. Every day of my life, baby. Ain't it mellow?
There's a fantastic new movie out that's getting a lot of public attention, and I think it features probably the finest acting job ever by Marlon Brando. It's called The Last Tango in Paris, and we've recorded the love theme to The Last Tango in Paris. It's on the charts and moving up. I hope you'll enjoy our version of The Last Tango in Paris. You know, it was about 2 years ago. We were taping The Tonight Show out here in beautiful downtown Burbank. And one night... All right, let's hear it for Burbank. Quiet. We don't want to wake him up at Forest Lawn. And one night after the taping, Ed McMahon and I went out to a local discotheque to get ourselves a sandwich. And while we were there, we heard a group of musicians playing, and they knocked me out so much that I went over and made their acquaintance. And we've become very good friends, and I've known them ever since. Unfortunately, the man who owned the discotheque didn't share my enthusiasm because he fired him that night, their first night on the job. Well, I want to tell you, he was sorry for it about 2 months later when their first album came out and was just a tremendous hit, as all of their albums have been since then. So at this time, we'd like to pay musical tribute to some very good friends of ours, one of my favorite musical groups of today or any day, Chicago. Was walking down the street one day. A man came up to me and asked me what the time was that was on my watch. And I said, does anybody really know what time it is? Does anybody really care at all? If so, I can't imagine why. Well, we still got time enough to cry. I was walking down the street one day. A pretty lady looked at me and said, "Per diamond, what can't stop holding?" And I said, does anybody really know what time it is? Does anybody really care at all? If so, I can't imagine why. Well, we still got time enough to cry. Earlier in the show, I introduced for the very first time Country Joe McDonald and his all-star band. Right now, I'd like to introduce for the second time Country Joe McDonald and his all-star band. Country Joe.
Hitchhiker the other day. She said she wasn't going far. She looked so strange I couldn't help myself. I asked, please tell me who you are. She smiled politely, lit a cigarette. You know the smoke seemed to cast a spell. What happened next I don't understand yet. It was so strange I can hardly tell. She said, hold on, it's coming. She said, hold on, it's very near. She said, hold on, it's coming. Hold on, it's almost here. My mind seemed to spin and my hands began to tremble. I began talking in tongues. I looked over and her eyes seemed to glow. It was like looking at the sun. I told her everything in just a few moments, as if we had stopped time. I felt the great lightness as if I were blown. It was truly blowing my mind. Suddenly a child again, holding my mother's hand. And I watched it from the beginning as I grew from child to man. My friends all came and gathered round me once more, and we undid what was done. And when it was over, I was driving down the road. I looked around, and she was gone.
And now, once again, Hoyt Axton.
I am less than a song I am singing. I am more than I thought I could be. Spent some time as a child in daydreaming. As a young man I sailed on the sea. Then come stand by my side where I'm going. Take my hand if I stumble and fall. It's the strength that you share when you're growing that gives me what I need most of all. That gives me what I need most of all. Different minds, different changes, different reasons to believe. Some for journeys we have taken, some sweet dreams we had to leave. And I want you to be happy, and I hope you always will. For I cannot rest easy till all your dreams are real. Till all your dreams are real. All your dreams are real, pretty mama. All your dreams are real now. All your dreams are real, sweet mama. All your dreams are real now. All your dreams are real now. All your dreams are real. All your dreams are real now. All your dreams are real. I am less than the song I am singing. I am more than I thought I could be. Spent some time as a child in daydreaming. As a young man I sailed on the sea. Then come stand by me now where I'm going. Take my hand if I stumble to fall. It's the strength that you share when you're growing that gives me what I need most of all. That gives me what I need most of all.
When I first introduced Dobie Gray, he did his new hit, Drift Away. And now he's going to do a little solid gold for us. Once again, Dobie Gray.
I'm in with the in crowd. I go where the in crowd goes. I'm in with the in crowd, and I know what the in crowd knows. Any time of the year, don't you hear? Dressing fine, making time. We breeze up and down the street. We get respect from the people we meet. They make way day or night. They know the in crowd is out of sight. I'm in with the in crowd. I know every lady's stand. When you're in with the in crowd, it's easy to find romance at a spot where the beat's really high. If it's square, we ain't there. We make every minute count. Our share is always the biggest amount. Other guys imitate us, but the original's still the greatest. Hey! Any time of the year, don't you hear? I'm spending cash, talking trash. Girl, I'll show you a real good time. Come on with me and leave your troubles behind. I don't care where you've been. You ain't been nowhere till you've been in.
Thank you, folks, and I want to thank all of our wonderful guests for being here. We really had a ball. And don't forget the special rock and roll revival show next week with your host, Jerry Lee Lewis. Good morning, and I'll see you later, alligator. Take care.